We are the Guinea Pig Collective. All will be assimilated. Resistance is futile.
Hey everybody, what's going on? And welcome back to the channel. So today we will be talking about the upcoming Netflix series, Siege: War for Cybertron. Now I'm going to be showing the first trailer release of it and talking about it while we watch. And here we go.
Cybertron is in ruins. I fear war is lost.
So first off, I would just like to say I appreciate the nods to the original Sunbow version of what the Decepticon jets and Seekers look like when on Cybertron before coming to Earth. It's always awesome when they pay homage to some of the series that came prior.
Optimus, at this moment we must focus on surviving as a race, not winning a war.
Now, to me, this scene between Ultra Magnus and Prime is kind of reminiscent of some of the stuff that they did in the IDW books. It's a little bit darker, it's a little bit grittier, where Prime was taking a more direct hand in everything, and he was more a soldier first than just an inspirational leader.
Yet again, the Autobots have escalated this conflict to the point where we must answer their aggression with force. I empower you, Decepticons, to bring this painful chapter of our history to a close.
And of course, reminiscent once again of the IDW Comics version of Megatron, where he starts off more as a rebellious force against the autocracy, which is in control of the planet Cybertron and is actually suppressing the Cybertronian population. If you haven't had a chance to catch any of the IDW books, the older ones, I don't know what they're doing with these newer ones because I just haven't had a chance to look. I don't have the money for them, but a lot of the older series of these IDW books around the year 2012 is an excellent jumping on point if you're interested in the darker side of the Transformers universe.
We're facing extinction at the hands of the Decepticons.
Cybertron needs strength. My strength.
And a lot of the action sequences that they are showing here are very reminiscent of that very gritty style that High Moon Studios had done in the War and the Fall of Cybertron games, where the combat wasn't as child-friendly as it was in the Sunbow cartoon. There are actual real consequences for the battles and the hits that they take.
Cybertron needs freedom.
And of course, like they've done throughout many different series, from the Marvel Comics to the Sunbow cartoon to the pages of Dreamwave and IDW, Optimus Prime always seems to find the proper time to come in to save the day and is all about freedom of all sentient beings.
We must not allow Megatron to find the Allspark. With it, he will destroy everything we are.
You're fighting to win, and that's gonna get you all.
And once again, another scene here showing what happens during war. They did not shy away from the brutal aspect of it.
The Autobots fight for the day we no longer have to fight.
This was not the life I imagined for us.
It's a life worth fighting for.
And they found a way to incorporate some of those Sunbow created characters, such as RC and Moonracer, female Autobots, or Cybertronians, if you will. IDW also did this in their later books, and they did it very well. Now, so far, it doesn't seem to be force-fed or anything like that, and this is the way that you introduce strong female characters. You don't have to beat people over the head to make them like them. So after watching that first trailer, the first time that I ever seen it, which is many, many months ago, and I've actually been planning on doing this video for quite some time talking about it, but I just haven't been able to find the time to get around to doing it just because of everything else that keeps popping up. But here we go, Transformers Week. I am finally on top of it. Finally! And you know what? From what I've seen from this very first trailer, I am extremely excited about this series. It looks like it is going to be extremely well done. It looks like they incorporated a little bit of everything from Marvel, from Sunbow, and from IDW. Not to forget about the contributions from High Moon Studios, which Activision looked to suppress. Oh, there I go again. I probably shouldn't get into it, but you know what? Just for shits and giggles, hey, Activision, suck my balls. Because Activision went out of their way to pretty much bury the High Moon games after they had some problems with them because they didn't want to follow the Bayformers universe style of creating Transformers, and they wanted to pay homage to everything that came before through the comics and through the original cartoon. Bravo to High Moon Studios for what they did for those original games. And if you guys have never seen the War for Cybertron or Fall for Cybertron and how the gameplay is in it, oh man, you really need to just go out there and catch some of the cutscenes. You know what? Screw it. I'll play a little bit of it right here.
Cybertron, our home. For generations, it has been a peaceful world, until pride and a lust for power divided us. Now we fight enemies who were once our brothers.
And as you can see, just like I was talking about, it is extremely dark and gritty and heavy on the action.
Tragic war has ravaged Cybertron.
It is a necessary war to return us to glory.
Sometimes on the point of being extremely brutal, which I truly appreciate it, which none of the other franchises really went into this much detail and depth of how violent the struggle between the Decepticons and the Autobots on Cybertron truly could be.
The Autobots will never sacrifice freedom.
The Decepticons will bring this world to order!
Our defeat would mean the end of everything.
My victory will mark a brilliant new beginning!
One shall stand.
One shall fall.
And of course, paying homage to the 1986 movie with those two lines by Optimus Prime and Megatron: one shall stand and one shall fall. Now we will take a look at the trailer cinematic for the fall of Cybertron.
Angel, angel, what have I done? A face that quakes the wind.
I love that beginning intro where you see Optimus Prime coming through that fog.
The fire
And then, of course, getting right into the grit and the action of what the Transformers franchise always should have been.
Take a lot more than rage and muscle. Open your heart and hands, my son, or you'll never make it over.
Down to the consequences of what the war can cause to the individuals. The malevolence of Megatron. And the introduction of Bruticus. And of course, one of the most amazing concepts for the Dinobots, with Grimlock emerging at the end.
And together we'll cross the
Now, as far as the second trailer, I had already discussed that one over on Bear Nerd Fun's channel. So if you want to check that out, I'm pretty sure he still has that live stream up on his channel where we did a breakdown of it. Now, that wasn't the entire live stream, so you will probably catch everything about that Transformers trailer in the beginning of his live stream. I will leave a link to that particular video in the description. Anyway, guys, that's all I have for this one. Do you know about this series coming out? Are you excited about this series come out? Do you remember the older series and you like some of the nods that they are giving to them? Let me know what you think in the comments down below. And of course, as always, my friends, I am also thankful that you are here and I appreciate you stopping by to watch this one. If you like what you've seen and what you heard, go ahead, destroy that like button for me. And if you are new to the channel, welcome. I am glad that you're here and I hope that you like what you've seen so far. And if you have, I would also greatly appreciate it if you would subscribe to the channel. And remember, never let anybody tell you what you can and can't say, what you can and can't watch, how you should and shouldn't feel. Because your silence gives consent. And I will catch you all next time. Later, y'all.